Be back here as we head into our next game, so please stay tuned.
Nice.
What
What a wonderful cast. That went really well.
Yeah, I think it really well.
Yeah, that was yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
Yep.
Mao. Hi, everybody.
friends, welcome back to our second match of the night. We have high expectations coming in with expectations dampened a little after the last game they played versus Tizzy and the Smash Bros, who are recoiling after a very, very trying game against yours truly, Mr. The Xmas Tree. Tree, how you doing?
Pretty great off that win. After First Blood, just real clean game all around.
Yeah, so some great stuff out of you guys. We'll have plenty to talk about from that game when we get to Batty Breakdown tonight, so I won't go too into detail here, as we do have a game to be played that I think should be a really interesting game here. High expectations. They played 2 games last week, and halfway through that second game, everything we thought about this team was kind of coming true before our eyes, and then the throw of throws in that one. And so I'm really curious to see how they bounce back.
Also, I'm apparently a liar. I forgot I bet on that game, so I cannot choose the outcome. So I will let you do that while I talk about these picks and bans coming through. So start out Anivia, Zac, Nocturne ban. No surprise out of the Zac. We saw Cax show up bigger than we were expecting last week on that. So people are just kind of banning out that Zac, making the engages just a little bit harder for them to get. The Nocturne, same idea. Traditionally in the SBL, if you don't know how to play against Nocturne, you just ban it and not make it a non-problem. Other side, hitting Annie, Cho'Gath, Jarvan, which is interesting. I know 30 has been loving Annie. Every support has been loving Annie. She's fucking crazy right now. And then Cho'Gath and Jarvan, they're just choosing out of everything Splinter plays, they want to see Jarvan the least, which does mean we're going to see a Soul. And he's not nerfed yet, so still a problem.
Yeah, really interested to see. I know a lot of the people that are playing more than me have had very strong feelings about this champion.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. My feelings are less strong, but obviously not been playing a ton lately, so take those with a grain of salt. I'm very curious to see how it goes because there's been a super high ban presence on this champ, and we're going to see it in some very capable hands on the bestest one.
Yep. So for anyone not aware, I assume most of you are, but just in case, the big problem with Soul is he's very weak early, usually bullyable in lane, and then he scales insane. And so if we see a game go late, like most SBL games do, Soul will be a problem even if he is just completely shut out in lane.
Yeah, so going to be a very interesting to see how Thrifty handles that. Obviously, the can you shut it down early being a key part of what you just said. So our most capable mid laner of doing those things is going to be here. But it's definitely a lot harder against a great player like Bestis. And it's also a lot harder when the enemy jungler is Master Splinter 5. You don't get banned from League of Legends permanently without having a little bit of skill.
Maybe that's the wrong kind of skill. And then we also have Xayah Rakan, both of them obviously getting their buffs. Super strong bot lane against Nautilus, Caitlyn, and this team names are blank, but this should be Respect and Joey?
Wait, no, isn't this Tizzy and the Smash Brothers, the team you just played?
Yeah, oh, sorry. I forgot they had back-to-back games. Right, so they are going for Caitlyn Nautilus. Caitlyn just a bit safer of a character. And Nautilus, honestly, probably the easiest engaged support to play. Well, Leona exists. I don't know about that. Okay, whatever.
So I was curious, speaking of the bot lanes here, I'm taking a peek through high expectations. Match history, they have played 2 games apiece on the Xayah and Rakan, one with each other on the opposite lover, and then one with just one of them individually. So I was curious, we've definitely seen over the years like a lot of teams to try to force the lover's lane, and it goes sideways, but it does look like these guys have actually actively been playing this. Obviously, Tuesday, I think, traditionally has played a lot of Xayah over the many years.
Yep, and so you wouldn't be aware of this because you're not playing right now, but Xayah and Rakan by themselves both have very high win rates. They're both very good. So they just get that tiny boost when they're together right now. So even individually, they're both super good characters right now.
Yeah, and it is going to be Thrifty going for the Twisted Fate. I was thinking coming out of that last game, does Tizzy and the Smash Brothers, do they need to be playing with more playmaking on the map to, if situations go sideways, that they can try to proactively salvage things in a way that they really didn't have the picks to do last time. Victor, a very reactive champ. I was specifically thinking about this Twisted Fate, which they played in week 1. Obviously, Thrifty's played a lot of over the years, so I'm really excited to see this, as we are going to get the picks to round out high expectations here. Shen in the top lane for the SBL Bad Boy, and Splinter are going to be going for that jungle Wukong. And whoa, it is going to be gearing to round things out on the Chopman. Oh, this is going to be super, super interesting to watch. Chopman had a relatively quiet game by his standards. Oh my god, I need to ask you. Did you guys notice right away that Chopman didn't have items at level 1?
No.
Did you notice at all?
I didn't notice. Maybe Thunder noticed and that didn't say anything.
Thunder, if you're in chat, let me know, because we were trying to guess if you were aware or not.
Yeah, I see he commented a little bit, so we'll see what he says in a little bit here after the delay. But it was never a call out in chat, so
Yeah, I know. When I'm in that situation, it's usually a pretty pronounced call out. Whoa, he doesn't have items! What a fucking idiot! Let's go! And he was trading with a lot of respect early, which indicated that he had not said that aforementioned sentence.
you might not have noticed.
So Blab calling him out saying he didn't see, which is, that's fair. That's the kind of thing that you don't think to check for a lot of times. So that's one to keep in your back pockets, folks. Always check your lane opponent's items. But I'm going to take a wild guess and predict that all 10 players will start with items in this game as we head through the delay here.
At least Tizzy in the Smash Bros. That's usually not a mistake you make 2 games in a row.
Yeah, I think Mad Cow probably going to be pretty on point in this one. Garen, this is something I think he used to play more back in the day, but I'm not 100%. I mean, it just fits the mold of the things he plays, regardless of whether he's actually played this one or not.
I feel like we've seen him on Garen. Problem is I was on his team last season, so I don't know if we saw Garen in the SBL or if I'm just remembering him playing it in other games. But I mean, he definitely plays it. So he's going to be looking for those silences to stop Shen from leaving the lane. Both teams have at least a little bit of globals that they're trying to. Obviously, Shen's going to be looking to ult bot. TF is going to be going top or bot. Soul becomes semi-global with his W. It gets there later in the game, but I mean, by the time laning phase is done, usually it's not any different than any other mid lane, which I think Bestis and Thrifty both do a fairly good job of. Maybe unless I'm talking out of my ass on Bestis, but I think he does.
Yeah, right you are, Tree. I stepped AFK for like 30 seconds there to turn on my air conditioning, and I was just happy I heard your voice the whole time carrying things.
Oh yeah, we can just fucking ramble, talk to myself. It's fine.
It's this new apartment of mine gets very, very warm. Still learning to navigate that as we get some warmer days here. 37 degrees in beautiful Minneapolis right now. That's pretty nice. I could go for a little t-shirt jog right now if I was feeling up to it, other than the fact I'm medically not allowed to run, but
The most
t-shirt
Midwestern shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, man. Should be a fun game. I'm excited.
These are I gotta say, Tizzy and the Smash Bros is a pretty beefy fucking team. Garen Trundle Nautilus is a lot of frontline to get through. But I don't know, man. I feel like Soul, once he scales up, you hit late game, and I don't care what tank you are, he just kind of melts you anyway.
Yeah, so I'm curious, Soul compared to the pre-rework Aurelion Soul, what is the new Soul's playmaking like? Like, how much do they have to scale it back to shift some of his damage around? Or did they?
So his playmaking really comes from the way his W works now, and the fact that he can cast spells while he's doing it. He's not trying to bring a single stun star in with him, which they just moved to his ult anyway. So he just does drive-bys on everybody, lasering the fuck out of you and dealing percent health as he does it. And then he executes you, because why not put a scaling percent execute on his E?
Oh man, Tuesday and 30 are so cute here. The matching skins even. They definitely planned this one out.
I'd like to pretend I haven't seen that, but someone definitely gifted me a Rakan skin to match with Salvo.
Holy shit. This is a first. I just loaded into a game and saw champions moving. I didn't get the black screen bug.
Same.
I
Maybe
think,
spectator will work today.
yeah, we'll see. I still got the client popping up issue, so we're gonna ignore that when it happens.
Yep.
But,
Turning on chat and moving these characters around.
the Control Shift Z, as we do
Yes.
have an invade coming in here. Tizzy and the Smash Brothers walking in, going to be seen by Tuesday, going to be warded by Tuesday, and the ward going to be cleared by High Expectations. I think that's so I got those teams backwards. You all have
Yep.
eyes though.
And they are, that's probably all we're gonna, ooh, they're going for the reinvade. They do immediately see the ward go down, so they're just canceled, so that's all that we're gonna see for sure.
Yeah, and I don't know if we have any more junglers with expertise in the chat, Wang, if you're not like in a game right now. I'm actually curious. I've wanted to bring this up. Splinter on the Wukong. I don't know what the state of that is. I know that's kind of gone through phases of being viable and not being super great over the years.
If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure Wu's crazy right now.
Well, that answers one question.
So if he gets any sort of lead, we are going to see the monkey be a problem.
Alright, so here we are. Junglers starting opposite sides of the map here. So we could have an explosive early game as these two are pathing away from each other. Should be an exciting game. There's just so much playmaking on both of these teams to really call up their own plays. You know, I'm really excited to see how these teams play.
Yeah, one thing, I don't think TF can pressure too much early on Soul here, but as I say that, he's literally walking up with the gold card to harass him.
Yeah, he gets the level 2 early and does a good job of forcing it, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and we are just about to hit level 2 on bottom. Doesn't look like either one is really 30 stepping up as if they can. Yep, he gets the jump in, misses it just barely though.
Yeah, and Tizzy's still going in there to keep some creeps, where that gets them to level 2. Just another one of those things where you can, you know, I talked about this as one of the themes of the last game was the experience difference between Tizzy and Chai and their opponents, and this is another game of it. That was just, you know, when the other team's going to hit level 2, although 30 is going to take a nice chunk to his face.
And if Chai had not been standing behind a minion there, also would have hooked him, but he hooked a minion.
But despite all of that, CSing is even, which is, and health even, no real resource. I mean, 30 down a little bit, like resources pretty even here, so
yeah,
nothing really matters too much in this bot lane early.
Yeah, you roll a potion and you call it a wash. I don't know top lane very well, so this could be the most wrong. Do Garen or Shen have any early kill potential?
I mean, Garen has a lot of pressure pretty early on, and you can see he's really kind of forcing his way here. He's doing a good job of crashing waves and already getting up some CS. I wouldn't be shocked, especially given who he is. And oh, a nice gold card onto the bestest one. W also going to connect. There is a flash available, and I think bestest will be able to walk his dragon ass out of this one. But Tim does go flash, gold card, still going to connect. I don't think they can follow, but a flash for flash.
Yep. Yeah, the gold card canceling his W over the wall. He would have been out completely free, but in the end, just 2 flashes.
And oof, this pressure is already overwhelming in the top lane. That's a lot of health missing on the side of SBL bad boy, Mr. Dan.
And almost double CS, too.
And it's very good for Tizzy and the Smash Bros. Wait, what shot man's at? Bold take, Mr. Madden, but
right. Oh wow, one of your 2 carry players are ahead. That's good for us. Those are super deep wards on red side. I have to assume those were all placed as they were chasing him there. Oop, W does connect.
yeah, but 30 the one taking way more damage here, and maybe just underestimating the damage from the other side here. Not sure if there was a good headshot in the middle of that.
Yeah, Rakan, he cancels his mid, but not gonna get much out of that. Rakan, he's
Oh, but
actually
Splinter
good
is
game.
here, and now that means there's no golds available, there is no flash available, and there is no life available. Mash their Splinter on the board for first blood.
I don't know if that was a purpose bait or if that just worked out too perfect, but good lord. Tim was about to leave, and he stopped to walk in for a blue card.
Yeah, I thought that the blue card there, I thought that was, I thought Tim was kind of baiting Soul to come in there. Then he screwed up and picked the wrong card, which didn't help. But just very unfortunate timing for him. The Wukong was in the neighborhood. And Splinter gonna get a satisfying kill on his teammate from last season.
I assume that's going to be most of the, yeah. A good 600 gold on Splinter over Cax right now. Most of the reverse gold is in top lane there, as everyone else fairly close. I assume we're going to see some pressure over this dragon pretty quick.
Yeah, I think these teams both have comps where they feel strongly about doing it. So Cax is currently taking a recall. Dan. Go ahead.
We need the triple lane view.
Yeah, man, that's not in the budget. You know, maybe I win the lottery and I get to run the SBL full time. Like then we'll pick up some crazy shit. What am I talking about? I'll outsource somebody to do the stream at that point. I'll just show up and I'll show up and cast.
Full production.
That would be sick. So, folks, if you win the lottery and you want to give that cash away, like Shy is giving away his Q cooldown here. There is a Cax coming. There is a Twisted Fate coming. Can he get close enough here? Oh wait, he's in. I'm looking wrong here. Lot committed. They're gonna get the cleanse out of Xayah.
Yeah, all that pressure was in order to try and give them a kill on bottom and a free dragon. I don't think they know that Splinter is all the way top, just got his blue.
No, might be some jungler's intuition here, and Rift Herald not up for another 45 seconds, so that means there can't be a cross-map trade here. And a solid play there. I don't want to say a good play because they didn't get any kills and they did commit a lot, but they do get the first dragon, get themselves on the board.
Yeah, at the very least, they have all that help down there, and they just choose not to even fight that dragon. Give that one free.
So taking a peek at the gold here. You know, big lead on the Splinter, big lead on the Chop Man. You all could have guessed that from the stuff you were seeing on the scoreboard.
Is this top plate going? Yeah, top plate's definitely dead. Little
There
extra
it is.
gold.
Add it to the pile. And man, I mean, this is...
That's a lot of CS to be up already.
Yeah, it really feels like the timer is ticking for something to slow down the Chop Man, because, I mean, this is like approaching takeover territory. So we'll see here if maybe Bad Boy, after his first, you know, couple of components, can maybe stand up to that bully a little more.
So, interestingly enough, though, like, them going... Oop, we're actually going to get an in-lane bottom right here.
And they wanted to clear that ward out, but they weren't able to. So Splinter has to have some respect. Now, here we go. Oh, they didn't see him. He stealthed at a great time, and that's going to be Knock Up City onto the Nautilus. Teleport, heal, absolutely wasted. And Splinter, he's never happy after a loss. He is going to take all these kills for himself, and he's going to try to carry the day here.
Yeah, and at least they're very, very good on Wukong. I mean, you're never going to be mad about with where Wu's sitting right now. He's super happy to be getting all those kills. Yeah, a weird Shen ult's not necessary, and now he just has to walk all the way back to top lane and lose more stuff. But
Oh, he even showed up in there. Yeah, I didn't. I thought I saw the teleport thing. I was so focused on other parts of that fight. But yeah, that's rough actually. That's, you know, trying to be a team player, but now he is so far behind in this top lane. This is a 1,300 gold lead on the Chop Man. We're not even to the 10-minute mark yet. Oh, and Splinter also got Rift Herald at one point during all this madness. And this is gonna be some damage that sticks. Oh, bad boy.
Yep. Yeah, he's just getting slowly bullied out here.
So just over 2 minutes on that next dragon, so we'll see if that one turns into a fight. Splinter, with the lead he has, should feel pretty comfortable trying to force a fight in that area.
This is, all things considered, though, still a real low kill game.
Yeah, you know, it's 10 minutes in. It's the SBL. Like, but people might change that good dash up from the bad boy. Yeah, I legitimately thought we were going to see a flash follow there from Shotman, but he is going to play this one safe. You know, maybe coming off a loss, you want to take the guaranteed leads without trying to take too many risks here if you feel good about this game.
Yeah, and for anyone who is gets stunned under or taunted under tower, actually.
Yeah, it's Splinter. Great timing to come up there. Flash for flash, and will he also get that ass? Trying to spin to win. Gets the smite for the slow. Can he go for the dive here? No, Shotman. The calculated escape here.
Just by the skin of his teeth. Wang in chat saying Shen is a guaranteed counter pick.
Yeah, Wang, I want to believe him, but Shotman had last pick, which makes me inclined to think that that's maybe not the case.
Oh, hook. Oh, just barely missing on bottom.
Yeah, so this is still, you know, teams within about 100 gold of each other currently. So despite Chopman chopping up there, you know, things kind of even out across the map. There's just, you know, 900 gold on Splinter.
Yeah, there's just a big skew in different places.
Well, they're gonna go for a Rift Herald play here, as it's gonna get a plate here. We'll see. One thing to watch is I think we have a dragon fight. I mean, Splinter's still kind of far away, but Thrifty doesn't have a ton of health. Be a very interesting fight here as Splinter's running his monkey butt over there.
Yeah, if Tim actually takes this back here, his ult is down as well, so that he won't be ulting back into this, so they're probably not planning for an immediate dragon.
Yeah, and Bad Boy can join with that Shen ult. By the way, top tower did go down, if anyone missed it. He can also, Chopman can just walk over, though, because of the pressure he has, and we actually have a really good chance of seeing a 5v5 here with how many players are cashing in their hands right now.
Yeah, Bestis does have the big one, so that ult's going to be absolutely massive with a stun when it falls and AoE damage radiating out from it, which is exactly what you want going into a huge dragon fight as Thrifty's looking to get this gold card. Gets juked by Wukong. They can't get that engaged, and it looks. Ooh, Chopman was trying to rotate around. Looks like they're just going to start the dragon and maybe burger flip it.
Yeah, this will be very interesting. Junglers are currently even on levels. We'll see here. Slow fight. Bad Boy, you gotta be really intentional with that ult, because if he wants to get it before Dragon goes down, he's kind of running out of time here, but he can submarine onto 30, and they have a good chance for a play here. And now here we go. Red team securing the Dragon, but what's the cost? Chopman gonna go down. Execution gold given up, and now Chai taking a lot of damage, flashing defensively. We do see Tizzy and the Smash Brothers on the back foot here. Thrifty Senpai solo has the flash as well, and can they execute a dive through? The wave's in a good spot. I think they can wait this one out if they want to.
Yeah, even though, oh, they're looking for the dive.
Yeah, good play from Bestis to go just prep that wave, and this should be impossible to screw up, but this is the SBL. Here we go. CC layered, damage dealt, lives lost. No mistakes made by High Expectations, as they're now 5-0 on the kill board.
Yeah, and one thing worth noting though, so they're 5-0, but only after that dive for those two are they up gold because of how much money Chopman has and because of their two dragons.
Yeah, the two dragons. That's the silver lining here. This is such a weird game. you feel like high expectations are just totally in control, even though that's like not objectively the case. I didn't really see what Chopman was doing in that last fight, but he died so early. I feel like that was really a defining part of the fight. You would have expected a little more pressure with that. Maybe he was playing like his cock was a little longer than it actually is in that one.
I mean, when all he's seen is top lane so far this game,
Yeah,
he probably thought it was.
But great everything out of Splinter here. Although we may be Bad Boy about to have a bad time here, is that is going to put Tizzy and the Smash Brothers on the board here, and I think kind of a rookie mistake on a Cax. He should have given that kill over. That was actually, I think, pretty bad of him to take.
Over to Thrifty, you think?
Thrifty or Chopman, man. I don't care, just not you.
Fair. That's just trying to get whatever damage. He's not going to get the whole turret. We do have second Rift getting taken by Cax right now,
Yeah, so
which is their second Rift.
Yep. I think I misspoke earlier and I said otherwise, but oh my god, just an absolute melting onto the bestest one. But will there be a fight here? Bad Boy trying to go in on Thrifty, but he does not have the backup that he thinks he has. And now the damage coming out. Splinter now getting in, gets the knockup. And that man does have the damage that he thinks he does. And now Chopman is melting away too, like a bar of chocolate on a hot summer day. 2 more kills, 100% kill participation for the GOAT.
Holy crap, 100%. Yeah, 502, absolutely massive monkey over here. Bad Boy just getting his ass beat as they're trying to take his turret. They are going to get it though, not enough damage out of Cax. Man, that is a big monkey. Oop, W going down. Are they going to get this on Tizzy? She flashes out.
A good flash from Tizzy, takes some damage, but does keep her life there, as this team just really wants to slow the bleeding. But oh, I wasn't watching the mini-map! And Tuesday going to be ulted on, but that means 30 will be ripe for the picking. Although that ult, or that Q from Kayle will go very wide. And actually, a mistake by Chai. Tizzy also playing a little too aggressively there, and well played by High Expectations. Actually all walking out, and they should have the ability to defend this tower now.
Yeah, Cax walking down just a little too late to participate in that fight, and the Shen ult must have been just what they needed to turn that.
Oh, but we're not done fighting. Thrifty Senpai, no respect for the state of the map, and that is going to put Bestest on the board. And now Chopman, no respect for the enemy team. Is it for good reason? I don't think it is. As Chopman is going to beat Chop Flash in a kill for Mr. Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday also no slouch on how much money he's sitting on here too. So like they have multiple threats, make no mistake. And Soul, even though he's 1-1, is scaling.
And just like we all predicted after the draft, there are going to be games where Chopman and Thrifty go 1-3-0-4 and inch their team out of the game. Absolutely predictable match here, as just everything going wrong for Tizzy and the Smash Brothers in the most important places. And it feels like Tim's quietly running it down. Like, he's just dying some dumb deaths.
Yeah, I have to wonder how much of that is knowing he's sitting on that TF and trying to force these cross-map plays.
Yeah, but it's just rough. I mean, some of these have been pretty routine. Like, there was just absolutely no respect for the state of the map on that last pick in the mid lane. And then Chopman, like, well, we maybe aren't done yet because Thrifty, you have 4, but can you make it 5? Mash the Splinter is actually taking some good damage here. We do see Soul from downtown gonna maybe slow things down here. This dragon is alive and Splinter is very low, so I do like this play though. Chopman in the top lane, just pushing to tier 2. You have a lot of ways you can choose to take this, but you should be pressuring the map. You're Garen, you cannot be 1v1s most likely. And you're gonna give up this dragon, but you should be able to trade it for a tier 2. Keep the pressure alive.
Yeah, TP coming in from Soul. Just trying to save that turret.
That'll turn into some pressure here. With TF Caitlyn, they can pressure these towers from long range. Trundle able to keep people from engaging. The taunt's gonna go short there. And man, we got an exciting game on our hands here.
Yeah, I mean, they're up a good amount of money here, just over 2K, but like,
Oh no, Riftail just timed out. He didn't drop it.
oh,
There it is.
Okay,
There it is.
I was gonna say, but where is it then? I was super confused when you said that.
But speaking of people running it down, Chopman gonna stick around for, I don't know, an extra, well, I guess that's not the worst because he was drawing pressure away so they could cleanly crash this mid. But Chopman probably didn't need to die there, but he just wants to make sure Tim doesn't feel alone in the death column, so he's gonna match him. But this might not be it. We see Erdy popping the speed here, gonna get onto Mr. T-Draker. Splinter going in, getting the knockups, trying to get onto TF, not quite, but they're gonna pump some damage into this Nautilus like she's a cheap whore. But a really awkward fight here is actually Cax is gonna turn on a 30. On the other side, Splinter does go deep, gets Caitlyn 1-for-1 so far, and Cax just a miraculous escape here, but he's playing a little too slow, gonna stutter, wants to defend his boy Chai. He's going to have to blast cone out of this one, and I think that... Oh! That's what Soul does!
That's what Big Soul ult does. The ult, the stun circle is bigger, and then AoE damage all over the fucking place.
And
He does have to farm that up every single time, which is why that's probably not even the worst, like, that's not even the best part of his kit.
Yeah, now Shotman direly wants to hold on to this tower here. He's got teammates near him, but... teammates near him.
Oh, at TF.
Yeah, well,
hard
all right.
Just
Something to get themselves on the board here. Now, what can they do in this 2v4 situation? I'm thinking it won't be much, but Garen's got to get the shutdown on the Master Splinter. That's something. Thrifty going down on the other side here is a lot more bodies are showing up in this fight. Now, Tizzy off in no man's land. She is going to lose her life as they're trying. But, oh, man, the Dragon walking away. 5-1-5 for the bestest one. A 2 for 3. Although there was some shutdown gold going over to the Garen.
Yep, and we are just about at soul problem phase of the game, where he has now picked up a couple kills. He has more than 10 of his stacks per minute. He's sitting very pretty, and he's going to be dealing a lot of damage.
Yeah, so currently, the gold lead, I don't remember what it was at its peak. We're just under 3K now, so again, just a weird game here. For a 17-5, you would expect, you just wouldn't expect the game to look like this.
Yeah, and holy crap, that's almost, well, he did just get a 900 gold shutdown down there, but Chopman has 3,500 gold over SBL Bad Boy.
Bro, I'm going fucking crazy. What's the gold toggle?
X.
Jesus Christ, what the hell is wrong with me?
Yeah, he is at 10k gold on Garen right now.
That's a lot of gold, and now...
That's a lot of money.
Well, we'll see here. 30 going to get the knockups on the Cax, and this could be big. This is a pick onto the jungler, which means Baron Nashor now on the table. They might just opt to give this and see what they can take in the bot lane as Chopman's chopping down bot tier 1, doing everything he can to pressure the map well here, but this is going to be what I assume is a free Baron going over as Bad Boy recalling to stop the chop. Oh, no. He's going to try to wait out the Baron buff, but I think he's going to just go out first. Either way, Chopman going to get some good damage on this tier 2, but Baron going over to high expectations.
Yep, looks like he is going to get this entire turret and get out for it. So 2 turrets for that Baron right now, but like, are they going to make it down here to stop him? I don't think so.
Yeah, we do have 15 seconds on the Dragon.
TP.
Yeah, he's respecting it, but going to be knocked up by 30. And that means that they're going to be able to take out this Chopman. He's going to just do what he can to waste some time. And he should actually be able to waste a lot of it as he's pulling everyone away from the Dragon. You actually see multiple members of High Expectations running over towards that pit. They want to be there. They do not want to give up this Dragon. It's just Bad Boy try to do what he can. Can Bad Boy? Oh, no. Can he solo kill Chopman? This is going to be really down the wires. The game does not let us see the fight, but Chopman does get the kill. Now, can he potentially get a teleport into this fight? May not matter because Chai and Cax down again here, and this should be a second Dragon secured for High Expectations.
Yeah, and now we're sitting at 2 apiece, so that those extra dragon money they had that was sort of propping up Tizzy and the Smash Bros is just gone now, and things are getting more and more dire.
Yeah, by the way, Chopman, despite the weird game he is having, he has hit the flame horizon here. Is Tizzy, oh no, gonna nearly lose her life. That is gonna be so much tower pressure here as they are going for throats. They nearly kill Thrifty as well. Caitlyn will gonna come and put some damage out. Now Chopman, yet again in one of these 1v a lot situations, gonna have to give up the mid tier 2 here. And I think high expectations are gonna back out, try to get some health back.
We're getting backs, we're getting resets. Nothing is up for a couple of minutes here, so. We're seeing pings over on the top turret. They're trying to break that outer wall and give themselves some more options on this map, but I don't think they're going to be able to get the kind of pressure they need to be able to actually take that. And we'll see what starts this fight, because we still got multiple minutes until the next neutral objective is up, and no close towers to take either. So honestly, knowing the SBL, someone's going to get caught over a ward, and that's going to start it.
It's not going to be Chopman there, so the team is going to opt to get the lane pressure here, which is really the one thing that Tizzy and the Smash Bros have had going for them. They've generally been better at setting up pressure in the lanes, which is really what's, I think, kept this game going so long. I don't think the map play, like the proactive map play, has not been that good out of high expectations, and so that's, I think, why this game is still alive. You know, it's only a 4K gold deficit, a lot of control for high expectations, but well, this is the SBL. Like it absolutely insurmountable, not insurmountable, but it would be tough to surmount.
Yeah, we do just have a slow pressure in the mid. We got 1-4 going on, and we know that Garen has the value here to just, like, he will get this turret eventually, so they're very much hoping they could get more. Ooh, gets taunted actually to try to stop it from queuing the turret.
Yeah, now it looks like the team's going to go for the rotato play here. We do see a lot of members of high expectations walking towards that shot, man. Looks like they want to go for a pick instead of giving up the kill here, or instead of going for the towers here. And there should be no escaping for this shot, man, as he's once again going to just try to buy some time. But he's going to take a lot of damage here. Going to lose his life here. A 5th kill of the game for Mr. Tuesday.
Yeah, and there sure are a lot of 1 deaths and a whole lot of kills all over the place on this blue side. They are very big. We got a minute 30 until both neutrals are coming up here. Usually Dragon is the preferred fight over.
And I like this push on a bad boy go. Get your team some gold, get more potential map pressure, get this tier 1 because it's super free. You know, it is only 3rd Dragon, so like you could really opt to give this if you want, if you're Tizzy and the Smash Bros.